Welcome back to round 3. I'm your host JT. It's Queerful Consideration. This hand we got 4 lands. We got all our colors. We got some good things to cast with them. I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I'm going to guess that this guy's some kind of a green-red stompy or some kind of tempo aggro deck. Low on actual hard removal because between me and the guy we played last round, I'm not sure there was any left in the draft. Could be this is the red-black or red-X. I'm going to guess maybe red-green. There was a Bathing Dragonfire that we saw out there. And red does have Twin Bolt, some other removals, so this could be that. But not sure. It is the finals, and it's late, so I'm going to go ahead and open myself up a bottle of this nice single malt scotch and have ourselves a taste of it. I'll go ahead and put this on pause while we wait for our opponent to show up, and we'll see him when he chooses to mulligan or not. All right. He's back. He's red. Our guess was a good read. I'm going to go ahead and play out the Blossoming Sands first. And I'll probably just end up dropping the Kolaghan Skirmisher as a 2-drop. A 2-mana 2/2 is totally worthwhile here. Yeah, this is going pretty nicely. I can play the Outcast next turn. Turn after that, I can go Sandcrafter Mage or Abzan Sky Captain. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, that's fine. That's one of the few cards that would actually have dealt with my Outcast straight up. Yeah, so let's go with this. Alright. Next turn I can Sandcrafter to put a token on that thing, or I can Sky Captain to get another flying attacker. Ah, no problem. Well, I mean, kind of annoying here, but I could always Sandcrafter to put a token on that and force him to trade one card for part of one card. My other option here is just to go ahead and attack in with the Spirit, cast a Sky Captain, and then later on go for like Survivalist and flip it up. Yeah, seems good. I'm just going to go ahead and swing in here with 1. Or I'm going to wait. Okay, I've got a bottle of whiskey here. Makes the waiting much more enjoyable. Alright, attacking. Now, I did it this way because I get 2 extra power in the air here. If this thing does die, the 2 power transfers over. I feel pretty good about this all around. Bloodfire Enforcers. Well, that's first strike trample. I guess I know what I'm doing with my turn here. Is just flattening this guy while I have it. And swinging for 3. That is the most dangerous Dragonfire Enforcer I've ever seen. Or Bloodfire Enforcers, yeah. Humans? Human monks. Okay. Wow. Okay, we're getting some gin up in here. Opponent seeing if you can't gin up a little opposition. Butcher's Glee. Well, I can just swing in here, and Butcher's Glee, my Spirit, takes care of half of his card. Or I can Sandcrafter, swing in with my Sky Captain. Either way, I'm trading half a card, actually for 2 halves of cards here. If I put my token counter from the Sandcrafter Mage on this, and I swing in, yeah, it's half a card from my Outcast, it's half a card from my Sandcrafter Mage, trading for half of his card, and half of his card for 2 halves of my cards. I'm not sure any of that makes any sense. I could just go ahead and swing on Sky Captain. I think he'd pretty gladly make that kind of trade. I could trade him with both of these, trade Butcher's Glee for 4 points of life and half of his card. He's tapped out here. It's not a bad place to do it. Inox Survivalists are totally valid here and totally usable if I start getting them down. I don't think there's any artifacts I really have to worry about, so I think I'm going to go ahead. If he blocks here on the Sky Captain, I'm actually fine letting it go over. So I'm going to let him figure it out. This screams combat trick. If he's not worried about what I might do, he probably should be. And Coat and Venom is one of the more obvious ones. So Coat with Venom is totally a possibility here that he's got to be thinking about. Okay, he went in a tank for a while. He went with this block. I think it's the right block. I think it's actually the best thing he could do. He's thinking about trading. Yeah, I'm trading a card, a combat trick for half of a card. Makes sense, seems fine. Here this turn, I'm actually kind of in the same position, only he's got some mana up. Yeah, okay, I'll take one. And yeah, it ate up my whole turn. So, honestly, in the game of life here, he might be ahead. I'm going to go ahead and just attack here. Alright, so playing against blue, there is bounce. And I have my choice. I can put it on something that's less, what? Cunning Strike? Okay, well, he's not giving me a choice here. Forcing me to bolster on the ground seems fine. I'm going to go ahead, cast this guy face down. I'll be able to flip him up next turn. I'm fine flipping up for no value here. Still 2 lands away from flipping this guy up. And this puts a 3-2 into play. Ooh. Wow. Okay. All right. So if I flip him up, he becomes a 3-2, and I cast a Sandcrafter Mage. I either get a 3-3 or a 4-3. Huh. Tough. Tough. Since this actually does something when it flips up, I think I'm going to wait on it. If I draw a land here, if I rip a land, I'll be able to Marsh Hulk. Marsh Hulk face down, Sandcrafter Mage. Yeah, this is good. So I'm going to cast this guy face down. I'm going to cast this guy as a 3-3. And we'll see where he goes. He can't activate this Formidable yet, but basically any creature he casts gets in there. Alright, little bounce. What are you bouncing? My guy with tokens on him? Lets me put another flyer down. One of my morphs? Yeah, one of my morphs. Okay, that's fine. It's a fair morph to bounce. Seems good. Bring on the enchantments. Oh wait, I drafted the Outpost Siege. Well, that's a board wipe. To each creature my opponents control. Wow. Targeting Ojutai. Wow. Well, that's a Shatter Pause, folks. That's what that looks like. I'm going to go ahead and concede this game. No. There's still a way out of it. I'm going to take my lumps. Wow. Because let's face it, if he puts one more creature on the board, I have a dragon that has a Wrath attached to it. I've got like 2 turns to get there. Yeah, Harsh Sustenance not doing it on an empty board. Wow. Go ahead, cast your Ojutai summons. Lightning Shrieker. Lightning Shrieker? Is that fatal just on its own? Wow. Lethal right there. Okay. Well, that's the tempo aggro deck that we were talking about. It has a giant old 7-mana sweeper that I'm going to have to watch out for. 7-mana sweeper with value. Cunning Strike and Twin Bolt were the only other removal I saw. It's got the Surveyor for, yeah, wow. Wow. Well, Surge of Righteousness can definitely do some work. Black or red creature that's attacking or blocking. So I'm going to bring in this. Gains me a little life. Destroys one of his things. If I look at what else is in here, the Reckless Imp is not the greatest. What other spells? Foul-Tongue Invocation against a deck that's generating a lot of tokens doesn't seem like the best thing in the world. Seems pretty weak. Yeah, seems weak. Alright, I'm going to take that out. We'll run it back at like this then. Would I like to play first? Yes, I will play first. Well, I mulligan. Well, no, I've got a 2-drop, and I've got 2 morphs I can play. It's not great. I need both white lands and green lands and spells. But I think I need my resources here. This is no joke. Wow. Alright, get my 2/2 out. Valor Stance goes to the back of the line. I'll see you when I have a plains. Alright, well. I'm going to go ahead and attack here. Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's not going to come in handy for a while. Huh. Alright, seems fine. Leave up my coat with venom. There's that Bloodfire Enforcers. Does not have First Strike and Trample quite yet, but I'm still getting it the F out of here immediately. is past Jen? That was those guys got him in there. Got it. Forerunners, huh? This thing is toughness 4 or greater. Yeah, that could be a problem, but I'm going to say by the time it becomes a problem, we're not going to have a problem. Now, I can go ahead and cast my skirmisher as a dash and get in there. It's tempting. I think I just want to gum it up. Force him to commit more guys. He's going to want to commit guys to make this Forerunner bigger. All I got to do is draw 3 lands. I got to rip 3 lands. What are my chances? Well, let's see. I got another 14 left in the deck. It's going to take me 6 turns to get there if I'm drawing average. In 6 turns, yeah, he's going to have a boatload of creatures on board. Look at that. I'm getting there already. I'm going to skirmish. Cast him with dash. Twin bolting off my morph. I don't know. Twin bolting off my something. Okay. Well, that definitely time walks me, and that's not great. But next turn I can just cast out as a 2-drop. Tarka Pomler, huh? That might be worth me just blasting. I'll take 3. Yeah, this is interesting. I went for the greedy damage there, partially because I know I've got this Deathbringer, and I just need to rip 2 more lands. If I can put him back on his heels, well, see, then this is interesting too. Yeah, this is fine, because it looks like I'm setting up to get through his Kolaghan Forerunner, so now he's going to want to commit another creature to the board so that he can block it and at least trade. 8 mana out. I've only got 5, so he's a little more flooded than I am here. He's halfway through his deck, though, so, you know, he's basically on target. Sandcrafter Mage... He does have a big old board wipe. Can't forget that. He knows I still have a Marsh Hulk in hand. So I think he's sitting on his big old board wipe. The thing is, I don't think he's got a really big thing to put in there. How did Lightning Shrieker get in there? Oh, Tormenting Voice. He dumped Lightning Shrieker. Now, at this point, Lightning Shrieker would be pretty good for him. I don't see any reason not to run that same play again. If I'm getting through for 4 a turn, feel pretty good about that play, actually. I guess he's just completely flooded. Well, flood is a tough way to go. And we might see a concession here if he didn't rip the thing he needs. Yeah, he doesn't have anything big enough to get rid of my tower shell here that he would be fetching out with that big wrath. So I think he's in a tough spot. He could fire off his wrath, but it's basically just one for oneing on my champion. The dash guy is really proving enormously useful here. The utility is high. And yeah, I could have cast a Sandcrafter Mage, done something else to put resources on the board here, but quite frankly, I don't need to. Ah, interesting. Interesting. No, I don't think I will pay 9 for Rakshas's Disdain. Strong work, strong work. I'm going to go ahead and... Well, what do you got here? I think what I got here is my standard old attack. I don't think I need to commit anything or give him any more information. It's got to be frustrating. Being at 11 land here has got to be frustrating. Granted, he is deep into his deck. He's got another one. So he's only got 6 lands left in his deck. Okay, so what are you bringing back? Whisk Away? Okay, so you 1 for 1. You've got a Whisk Away in your hand. It's going to put that Tomb Shell on top of my deck. Go ahead. You gotta put it back. Gotta use it. There you go, gentlemen. F6. Oh, Twin Bolt. What's your last card in hand, sir? Wow. Okay. So we saw a little bit more of his deck this time. The Forerunners are real. We have Whisk Away. We have Twin Bolt. We have... Yeah, just got a bunch of value sorceries. He's going to dump stuff into his yard. He's got Rakshas's Disdain, which is no joke. Didn't show him the Deathbringer Regent. Showed him the Marsh Hulk. I don't know. I think I'm doing okay here. I think I've got answers to the worst stuff. The things that are going to kill me are things like Lotus Path Djinn. The survivalists aren't exactly great here, so I'm wondering if there's something better that I can do. Also recognizing that I don't think I did the... by the way, hi, good luck, have fun. Sorry, I missed it at the start of the round. I'm recording this if you'd like to see it. Check out my channel, and there it is. Alright. So, what do I want to do here? Well, Pressure Point seems interesting from a tempo standpoint. Glaring Aegis also isn't the worst thing from a tempo standpoint, although he's running Bounce. So, that gives me a little 2-for-1 type of thing. This, on the other hand, just gets me into something bigger. I'm just not sure what I've got here, which is going to be better than... The Survivalists, like I said, are a little bit weak because I haven't seen anything that I want to destroy with their ability. And a 3-2, a 3-mana 2-2 is not great. A 5-mana 3-2 isn't exactly blowing my skirt up. And I think all in all, I might rather have a Marsh Hulk. So I'm going to go ahead and toss that in there. Bring this guy out. Foul Tongue Invocation is not so bad. Pentos, cool, I'll check it out. That's sweet. Not for nothing, you didn't see the conversation until now, and since I didn't say anything until now. So hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, Pinto. I hope you're not embarrassed to be in around in a game 3 with me here. I'm gonna put this in here instead of the extra Survivalist. I may regret that, but I think having the extra removal is going to be useful. All right. Speaking of extra removal, well, we've got our Ambuscade Shaman and our Imp, and we got Flatten to clear the way for those guys. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this. This looks like a really sweet hand. On the play, it looks less sweet, but this can kind of wreak some havoc if I get there. This thing dashes for 2. Brilliant. Oh, I should have dashed it. Damn it. Wasn't even thinking. Well, there goes 2 of my damage. Oh, yeah. Well, now I gotta cast this guy the old-fashioned way because I got 2 of these beasties. Oh, yeah. So I'm dashing that for 2, dashing this for 3. Not blocking that in a million years. Blood, Fire, and Forces. Well, I think I just got to flatten that. Right now, I've had that flatten every time. At this point, it's got to seem fishy. But next turn, I'm dashing out 9 points of damage. That seems pretty good. Surveyor. Okay, okay. Are you going to value the counter? No, you're going to put that back in my hand. That's fine. Because I'm hard casting it next turn. Well, I could go back to dashing the damn thing. It's only 4 to dash it. And there's merits to that. But I think what I want to do here is I want to cast it the old-fashioned way. Yep. Then I want to dash this guy. I'm going to go ahead and auto-yield to that. Yeah, seems good. Now this thing could be an Atarka Efreet, which is going to cause me some troubles, but I dash this guy out in Harsh Sustenance, or I can just dash out, like I said, 9 points of damage. Okay. It's fine. I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole, guys. Well, that's tougher. So there's 6. I can Reckless Imp here. Alright. Sandstep Outcast. It's 3 mana. Harsh Sustenance. Doesn't quite kill it. I can kill that morph. I can make sure that whatever that morph is dead. I can kill the Surveyors, making sure there's nothing fancy that happens with bounce. If I draw a land the next turn, I'll be able to flatten and Harsh Sustenance 2 for 1 myself to get that Pummeler out of here, but as it stands, I could also just Outcast and Imp for 4. And that sounds pretty good. Now 9 damage here. Now if he flips this up, it's 12, and he's got lethal. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast this Outcast. I'm going to put the Spirit Token in play. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and attack here. Because if he does want the 2 for 1, I'm kind of okay with it. Because he's got removal anyway for me. I think this is a really fishy attack, and he's not going to block it in a million years. Yeah. That's what I figured. And then we'll just tell him he was right. Ojutai Interceptor. Well, that's not... That wasn't going to kill me immediately. It was going to put me on 2. That's a good card. Now, if I've got to flatten up next turn when he tries that shit, I'll be alright. But we are trading haymakers here. Ojutai Summons. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm going to go ahead and dash this guy out. Attack there and there. Okay, I'm into that. And I'm going to leave up Flatten here. I've got a double block opportunity. And Flatten's going to do a hell of a piece of work here. 3 cards left in hand. I'm low on time. Sorry about that, Pinto. I've been playing slow while I'm talking to myself while I'm playing. Speaking of which, if you've never actually tried to record before, this is a great way to A, realize what a doofus you sound like, but to also just kind of feel terrible about yourself. This is brutal. You're talking to yourself constantly. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take this damage. If he's got a team or battle rage, he doesn't kill me. I'm going to block it with a spirit. You're an 0-1. I got a spirit. You've got removal. Okay, you're whisking away that. Alright. Seems fine. Well, now I got 7. So I could put both these guys out on the ground. Cast this guy with dash. He's a 4/4, so if he wants to get rid of it, he's got to get rid of it that way. This is also a 4/4. Can't quite dash out everything I want to dash out. Well, that's great news for me. That's just great news. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, that's less great news. Draws a card off of that. Okay. Oh yeah, he just lets it through? Oh man. Wow. Wow, did I get lucky. If he had just let that through, he could have attacked back for lethal. As it stands, he might still have me. Yeah, okay, put these back in my stack. Running low on time, guys. Oh, hey. The different tribal symbols on there. It's cute. Oh, and he's got me. He had his own dash creature. So, hey, great games here. A fine way to exit an 8-4. I'm going to give him the big congratulations. And I would like to give my... Yeah. Congratulations. Great games. And then, yeah, good luck next time. I feel good about it. I feel good about it, guys. Let's see here. What do we get? New product? Well, got ourselves a couple packs, which is fine. Gets us back into a draft. I think the Fate Reforged pack is actually maybe worth 2 tickets, so it's basically replacement cost on it. I'm pretty sure Assault Formation and Deathbringer Regent aren't worth anything, if I'm going to take a look at it. Outpost Siege is worth a ticket. I'm pretty sure neither one of these cards sees anywhere near as much play as Outpost Siege does. But you never know. There could be somebody who really likes the Regents. Deathbringer Regent. Yeah, 1 penny. Okay, cool. What is that other one? What is the I like big butts and I cannot lie card? The Survivalist actually might be worth something. It sees a little bit of play. Assault Formation, right? I'm going to check that just for humor value. But I'm also pretty sure it's not worth anything. Wow, it's actually worth more than... Okay, well, hey, worth more than the Regent. And Survivalist. Huh, alright. So I didn't exactly make up my money in cards this time, but I broke even. I got to the finals, and that's always a good day. This has been Queerful Considerations. I encourage you to go check out the channel. I need some channel art if anybody would like to actually draw some channel art. I appreciate the comments that have been coming in. Not a ton of views, which is fine because I haven't made a ton of drafts yet, but I do appreciate it. It's great that you guys are paying attention and actually cluing me in. A little while ago, there was somebody who helped my confusion on, hey, why is this concession happening? There's 6 cards left in hand. It turns out they had conceded when they had 3 cards in hand and then hit that draw card button a bunch of times before I noticed it. So I appreciate it. I think it's awesome. I'm hoping that my commentary is at least a little bit helpful for you, and it's certainly helpful for me to talk out these things. And with your comments, I'll get better too. So have yourself a great one, and I will see you online.